the arrival of the mysterious white pigeon in the village. It was a peaceful village, surrounded by lush green fields. Every morning, when the sun's rays touched the fields, it seemed as if gold had been scattered on the earth. The people of the village lived simple yet content lives. Children played happily, farmers worked in the fields, and the elders sat under the trees in the evening, telling stories. Everything was in perfect order, as if nature had painted this village into a beautiful masterpiece. But one day, the villagers witnessed a strange sight. A large white pigeon was soaring in the sky, unlike any ordinary pigeon. Its wings had a unique glow, as if moonlight was trapped within them. Its eyes were deep, bright, and mysterious. As it flew high in the blue sky, it seemed to spread a magical light all around. Seeing this, the village children started jumping with excitement. Some pointed their fingers towards the sky, drawing everyone's attention to the rare pigeon. The elderly shaded their eyes with their hands, staring at the strange guest in awe. One of them said, "I have never seen a pigeon like this in my entire life." Another added, "This is no ordinary bird. It must be a special sign." The pigeon flew with a majestic grace, as if it was on a mission. Every movement it made carried a sense of dignity, as though it wasn't an ordinary creature, but a messenger of a hidden secret. People all over the village watched in amazement. Some stood on their rooftops, some paused in the fields, while others gathered under trees, whispering about the strange visitor. After flying for a while, the pigeon slowed down and landed on an ancient tree in the center of the village. This tree had stood there for centuries. Elders sat in its shade, sharing their life stories. Children played around it. Tired farmers rested beneath it. And often, words of wisdom and kindness were spoken from its roots. As soon as the pigeon settled on the tree, time seemed to stop. Every person in the village held their breath, watching in silence. A young boy named Ali slowly stepped forward and approached the tree. His face reflected both curiosity and joy. In a soft voice, he asked, "Are you magical?" The pigeon turned its shining eyes towards Ali and slightly spread its wings. At that very moment, a gentle fragrance filled the air, as if someone had scattered jasmine flowers around. The village elders exchanged meaningful glances and whispered, "This is no ordinary bird. It seems to be a sign of blessing." The pigeon remained calm in its place, as if it was carefully observing every villager, reading their expressions, and sensing the emotions hidden in their hearts. After a while, it suddenly took flight again, but not with the usual swiftness of birds. Instead, it slowly circled different parts of the village, as if searching for something special, or perhaps showering blessings upon the land. When the pigeon perched on the roof of the village school, teachers and students stared at it in amazement. Lately, fewer children had been attending school, and those who did weren't very focused on their studies. But the very next day, something changed. The children arrived at school full of energy, eager to learn. The teachers taught with newfound enthusiasm, and the whole atmosphere of the school felt transformed. Later, the pigeon sat